Meeting is called to order. Please stand for the pledge. Welcome everyone to the Committee of the Whole meeting of the Community High School District 94 Board of Education for the month of March. Mission statement, please.
Community High School will ignite a passion for learning, foster leadership and responsibility, and empower all learners to live their personal best.
Thank you, Rich. Board agreements, please.
Communicating with the media. The board president, or designee, is the spokesperson for the board to the media. The superintendent, or designee, is the spokesperson for the district to the media.
Thank you, Lynn. Roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Ms. Casey Mayer?
Here.
Mr. Nagel?
Present.
Mr. Remus?
Present.
Ms. Munoz?
Here.
Ms. Chavez?
Here.
Ms. Murphy?
Present.
All right, that brings us to public participation. This is the portion of the meeting where any member of the public may address the Board of Education on any topic. We welcome your comments and will carefully listen to your concerns. We will not be able to engage in a dialogue during public participation, but when appropriate, we will direct the administration to follow up. Presentations are limited to no more than 5 minutes per person, with a total time limit of 30 minutes for public participation. If you wish to make personal charges or complaints against individual employees, volunteers, or students of the district, we request that you send the board your concerns in writing rather than stating those concerns during public comment. If anyone currently present wishes to make public comment and hasn't already done so, please fill out one of the comment forms in the back of the room and hand it to someone seated at the table. At this point, we received no comment cards and no electronic public comment. So we will move on to reports and information, teaching, learning, and professional development report.
Good evening. The monthly meeting of the DEOS Board of Directors was held on Thursday, February 19th. There are 3 action items of note. The first is that the board approved a lease with Glenbar District 87 to continue to house their Directions program, which offers a pathway to graduation for dedicated students who are looking to reconnect with school. It also enables them to participate in career or technical education programming as part of their high school curriculum. Their program there includes direct instruction, credit acceleration, student goal setting, as well as the CTE dual credit or credentialing. Next, a contract was signed with Leggett Architects. They're going to be conducting a facilities assessment and a master plan, which will include a review of the educational spaces and to look with aligning that with the upcoming strategic plan that is currently being written. And finally, the proposed restructuring that we talked about previously for the administrative leadership team was approved. So beginning in July, the Dean of Students role will be eliminated and a second assistant principal position will be created. And that again is intended to provide additional support for students with IEPs, for students who are ELs, as well as ongoing professional development. Next, the second memo is in regards to dual credit memorandum of understanding with College of DuPage. So again, looking at the background, our strategic plan, as we know, really focuses on equipping students with programs, policies, and procedures to close the academic achievement gap, as well as establishing pathways that would lead to post-secondary success. Likewise, the portrait of a graduate highlights the importance of igniting a passion for learning, becoming a critical thinker, effective communicator, and a self-directed and confident learner. One component, a data point that serves as a measure of progress towards the achievement of Goal 1 is the percentage of unique students who enroll in dual credit coursework. Additionally, dual credit enrollment is a factor in the annual calculation for the Illinois School Report Card, which also includes the district dual credit enrollment numbers. So if you look there at the summary, there's a list of the reasons that schools are encouraged to engage in this through ISB and the passage of the Dual Credit Quality Act years ago. In addition to reducing college costs, they're also trying to eliminate the amount of time that will take for students to complete a degree. They're also looking at the level of rigor for high school students and aligning the curriculum between high school and college, as well as facilitating the transition between the two levels of schooling. Fifth, to enhance the communication and collaboration between high schools and colleges. And then finally, to offer opportunities for improving degree attainment for underserved student populations. So with that, District 94 has established a long-standing partnership with the College of DuPage. One component of that collaboration is this partnership with dual credit coursework being offered here in the building. So at this time, the dual credit memorandum of understanding between District 94 and College of DuPage District 502 is up for renewal. So that has been, I believe, presented to you, and that it would be something that we would revisit later on for your approval.
So is there any changes to it, or it's just renewing what we've been doing with them?
This is a new version of the MOU, so it essentially just has updates that are kind of reflected in the changes that have happened since the prior version of the contract.
Questions?
Just to clarify, the student growth and achievement is the percentage of unique students, which means if a student is enrolled in one or more than one, they count as one.
Yes.
The factor of the annual calculation for the school report card, that would include numbers if a student is enrolled in 2 or 3 dual credit, or is that also based on unique? It wasn't clear.
I don't think I know the answer to that. I would have to check for you. Yeah,
They don't base it off unique. They don't dive into that
Yeah.
deep like we do. They base it overall. So if you
So
were
if a
taking,
student's enrolled in 3, that counts as 3.
correct.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. It wasn't clear there.
All right, thank you very much. That brings us to student fees for 2026 to 2027. Dan?
Thank you. As per board policy, the Board of Education has approved student fees annually. Administration has reviewed and compared West Chicago High School student fees with other local districts for reasonableness. Administration has also asked district leadership for any recommended changes to the student fees. The district's fee schedule continues to include maximum per family with a maximum of 2 for registration fees and a maximum of 3 for sports and activities. Our drama department did recently review their event fees and made the choice to increase adults to $10, while students free to attend their drama productions. Based on our review of other schools and other changes in the drama productions, and other than the changes to the drama productions fee schedule, the administration is recommending no other changes to the student fees for the 26-27 school year. Administration will bring the student fees to the board for approval at the March board meeting. Any questions?
Just as a suggestion, where we reference as per board policy, it would be helpful to have the actual board policy number there, so if somebody wanted to reference back to that to make sure we're meeting that, we don't have to go looking for a board policy. The number would be there. So for anything we do where we say per board policy, it would just be handy for board members as well as the community to know what policy to look for.
Sure.
Dan, how do we compare to other districts, given the demographics that we serve, in terms of student fees?
Our student fees are reasonable and compared to, they're close to other districts. In some areas we're a little higher, some a little lower, but our numbers are very comparable.
Given our low income and homeless population?
As far as comparing to other schools that have similar demographics to us,
Yeah. We
I would
have
have to-
those numbers brought back to us and kind of hear that information.
yeah, I would have to take a deeper dive. These are numbers that are compared to DuPage High School or DuPage High School districts.
Free and reduced, as of this year, free and reduced are waived for everything to ensure that we're being sensitive to our community. When you look at the athletic fee participation, we've got a maximum family of 300, which is extremely reasonable in the surrounding areas. I know where I live, it's 150 per sport, and there is no maximum. So I've got 3 kids, and they're all involved in 3 or 4 things. We're paying upwards of $450 to $500 just for them to participate, each kid. So I know in the surrounding areas that is very reasonable.
I mean, and I'm heard it on like the athletic, but I've been, I mean, with some families feel like our registration fees are high. That have our same demographics.
Is it just the registration you want us
The
to look at?
registration fees.
Okay, yeah, we can look into that.
Thanks.
Any other questions? All right, annual student Chromebook and staff laptops desktop purchase for 2026 to 27.
Each year, the district purchases Chromebooks for incoming freshmen. Additionally, the IT department, as part of their annual replacement cycle, will look to purchase staff laptops and replace various desktop computers throughout the building. Although technology exempt from the bidding process, the district investigated multiple purchasing options such as direct with Dell, through Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative, and also pricing through the Illinois Learning Technology Purchase Program. The IT department is recommending the newer model Chromebook with the same specifications and features as last year. The IT department is recommending 550 Chromebooks, which will provide a Chromebook to all incoming freshmen while also providing enough Chromebooks for backstock. For comparison, the district purchased 540 Chromebooks last year at a cost of $221,400. As you can see from the table in your packet, pricing for Chromebooks have increased by more than 30%. Additionally, the IT department would like to replace 100 desktops and 23 laptops for staff members. All purchasing is included in the department's annual budget. The below chart provides the per unit pricing along with the total expected cost. Updated quotes will be provided for the approval at the March board meeting. Looking at the table, you can see the per unit pricing where the Chromebook is at $525 per unit. That is up from $410 per unit. And then the desktops are at $865 per unit, while the laptops are averaging around $1,200 per unit. So again, I'll bring a recommendation to the board at the March board meeting. Any questions?
If I can go off of that, we have been in preliminary conversations about, is there a need to have both desktops and laptops? And there are certain areas of the building that require desktops. I'm thinking driver's ed, art, things of that nature, so there are specialty locations. But we're currently examining that to see if we actually need to duplicate efforts down the road. It's going to take a little bit more time, but that's an area of cost that we could save down the road.
Well, the desktops, that doesn't include the monitor, right? We're using the same monitors, or is that desktop and monitor?
It's a good question.
I would assume it's both.
It's a desktop.
Can't
Not the-
have
that
one
doesn't
without
include
the
monitor.
other, right?
You know, monitors typically don't go out of
Style,
that
yeah,
often.
yeah.
so eventually we'll be replacing monitors as well. But for now, this is just the box.
Right.
Okay, just wondering.
And do the Chromebooks generally last the students all 4 years?
Yes. And the students get to take those, they have an option to purchase for $10? $10 after 4 years.
This other pricing in here, is this for the same items?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, request for proposals for auditing services.
The district has utilized Baker Tilly for more than 10 years to perform auditing services, to prepare audited financial statements, complete the single audit for federal programs, and complete the annual financial report, or the AFR, as required by the state of Illinois. The board has asked the administration to investigate audit firms to options to determine if a change is needed or wanted. Auditing services are not required to be publicly bid per Illinois statute. As such, administration determined 3 firms, along with Baker Tilly, to provide a proposal to complete the necessary services for the high school. The request for proposal was sent out to Lauterbach and Amann, Whipley, Sikich, as well as Baker Tilly on Wednesday, February 25th. Proposals are due March 11th. Administration will bring a recommendation to the board at the March 17th board meeting. That recommendation is going to be based on the firm's experience with Illinois school districts, their staff qualifications, what their audit approach will be, overall cost, and then their responsiveness and references. So again, we'll bring that recommendation to the board at the March board meeting. Any questions?
A question going back to the computers. How old are the current staff computers? Do we know?
The desktop computers?
Top and the laptops? Were those all purchased at about the same time and getting old, or?
They're getting old. I know the desktops, they're old enough that they're not able to support some of the new updates. And so for security purposes, they're outdated enough that we need to get them replaced.
How many DVDs do we use for books and things like that? Because now you can't get a laptop with a DVD reader. It's all external.
As far as I know, we have 0 DVDs.
Oh, okay. So all of our
Everything is online.
okay. All the books and everything that used to come on.
Yeah, either it's a hard copy book or it's online. There's no DVDs anymore.
We haven't, through the years, to my knowledge, had any issues with Baker Tilly, have we?
No.
I always thought they did a remarkable job, but I don't know.
I agree.
It's a good practice to every once in a while take a look to see, is this still the best option?
Mm-hmm.
Starting over with a new firm could be expensive too. Despite whatever they bid, you've got to sort of go backwards.
You're starting over with a new firm, that's correct.
Anything else in auditing? All right, landscaping services quote.
2 years ago, administration went out to bid for weed control and prevention along with grass cutting for the east side of the building. At that time, the board rejected all bids and submitted all bids that were submitted, and then awarded contracts to True Green and Dynasty Landscaping, saving the district thousands of dollars compared to bids submitted. We received quotes from True Green and Dynasty Landscaping, noting no increases from the prior year. The administration has been satisfied with the services provided by both vendors. The new quotes attached to the agenda. Dynasty's landscaping quote is for $1,800 per month, which is a total of $14,400. And then True Green's quote is for $17,444.68. Keeping in mind the results of the prior bid submissions, the new quotes received, and our satisfaction with the vendors, we'll be recommending to approve the quotes from True Green and Dynasty at the March board meeting. Any questions?
All right, that brings us to tentative licensed staffing request for fiscal year '27.
Thank you. It's that time of the year, March, and that's when the administration comes to you with our staffing request for licensed staff for next school year. Tentative staffing recommendations for fiscal year 2027 that you have before you reflect student course requests, enrollment patterns, and program priorities. A final proposal will be coming to you, a recommendation at this March 17th board meeting. Salient points regarding this request, it's an overall reduction of 3.5 FTEs, full-time equivalent teachers. This is a decrease in staffing from 163.9 currently to 160.4 for next year. These adjustments will be managed through attrition. No reduction in forces is needed. And you can see the salient points: math, lose 1 FTE, social studies down 1.4 FTE, special ed down 1 FTE, ESL down 0.6 FTE. Increases, music up 0.4 FTE due to increased student interest, and a discretionary FTE, which we did last year at 0.7, we'll be asking and recommending that we move it to 1.0 this year. The net result of those and some other little tweaks is a negative 3.5 for next year. The reduction of 3.5 is expected to generate approximately $227,500 in salary costs and an additional $70,000 in benefit savings. And that's using our variable of $65,000 average teacher salary and $20,000 average benefit salary. And on the second page of my memo, you can see the breakdown of the individual FTEs per subject area, per department. Does anybody have any questions?
All right, thank you. That brings us to Press Plus Policy 2:150 Committee's first reading.
Board of Education Policy 2:240 guides the process for reviewing current board policies and updating them as necessary, and conducting the first and second reading of policies for the Board of Education's consideration. The Illinois Association of School Boards Press Plus Policy Service distributed issue 120, policy recommendations, which was reviewed and ultimately approved by the board last month. However, after final review and prior to posting the updated policy, I noticed there was an error made in policy 2:150. This error resulted in the removal of the parent-teacher advisory language from the policy. This language has been added, and that is the only change being recommended. After receiving feedback on this recommendation, we'll place it on the consent agenda for the second reading and approval for the March 17th regular Board of Education meeting.
Any questions? All right, then, that brings us to new business, ratification of West Chicago High School teachers' contract. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education adopt the agreement with the West Chicago High School Teachers Association effective July 1st, 2026, and continuing in effect through June 30th, 2031.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Casey Mayer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Doremus,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown.
Aye. The motion carries. As a board, we would like to thank the teachers' negotiating team for their thoughtful and professional approach throughout this process. We value your unwavering commitment and dedication to our students, and we believe this contract is a reflection of our ongoing commitment to you as you continue to serve this wonderful community. Furthermore, it is our hope that this new agreement will help to retain our outstanding teachers and recruit the very best educators for our students. When a negotiating process not only creates a contract that is fair to all, but it also strengthens the trust and understanding among all participants in the process, it is truly a wonderful thing. If I was wearing one now, I would take my hat off to all who were involved in this negotiation process. Well done, and thank you all.
Thank you.
And
Contract is the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
it is indeed.
Yeah.
It is indeed. Business for open session, we will be going into closed session. There will not be any action taken after closed session. So at this point, the Board of Education, the recommended motion, the Board of Education go into closed session at 7:23 p.m. for purposes of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. Roll call, please.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Doremus,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez, Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Mayer.
Aye.
All right, we are going into closed session. Let's take 5.